once they bring the teams out for the sportsmanship thing.
In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Holy Trinity, Kevin Volz. And from Montezuma, Greg Long.
Presenting awards on court one is Gene Berger of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Please join us in honoring the following Sportsmanship Award recipients. From Starmont, Reese Evans. And from Tripoli, Dean Mears.
And once again, good evening from the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm Lance Reno, and I'm joined by Joe Danielson as we bring you this quarterfinal matchup, the final one of the day as far as Class 1A is concerned. When this one is done, there will be 4 teams out of 1A that will join their counterparts in 2A, 3A, and 4A, along with 5A that have moved into the semifinals. The semifinal round starts tomorrow morning at 10. We have this matchup between the Panthers of Tripoli against the Stars of Starmont. And in looking through their season records, Joe, we find some commonality factors that both teams have lost to a couple of teams that have been here in the state tournament. When you look at Janesville and you look at Starmont, they played earlier in the year, Starmont winning 2-1, and that again had to be in a tournament. So this will be an interesting matchup. The only times that those two teams have met during the course of the season. Beckman has been another common opponent for both of these teams. So it should be interesting as you look at Starmont coming in. Their record is 29-6, 7-0 in their conference. And that was the Tri-Rivers West Conference, and that's a tongue twister. You try to say it fast, so I'll ask you to be slow when you pronounce that one. You have the Tripoli Panthers, and they come with a 23-15 record, 5-1, second place in the Iowa Star Conference. I'm somewhat familiar with the Iowa Star as it's from north central Iowa. So let's check the starting lineups for both of these teams as we're waiting on the introductions to be completed over on court number 2, and that is at the west end of the U.S. Cellular Center. You've looked over the stats. You've looked at the team records. Joe, your feelings about this one? How's this matchup going to shape up, you think?
Well, Tripoli lost in their meeting earlier 2-1, 2 sets to 1 in a 3-game three-game non-tournament format there, so these teams are familiar. That was, although in the first half of their season, so a lot of things have happened since then. Both teams have done well. Starmont is riding a nice
winning streak.
Yep, 8, 9, 10, about 12, 13-game winning streak here since losing to Independence.
Right.
Before that, they'd rattled off 9 in a row, looks like. So the Starmont's used to winning. They can keep a winning streak going, and they're riding one in. Tripoli has faced a little bit more adversity there with a 6-game losing streak during the season. But that does say something about a team to be able to have lose 6 games in a row near the end of the year and to be able to get it together and then move through that regional tournament undefeated, only losing 1 set to Edgewood Colesburg.
Very true. Good points. So we're getting the introduction now for Starmont. They will start a 5'6" senior, number 2, Reagan Jansen. Also a 5'6" senior, Haley Gedkin. Also starting will be Mallory Vasky, a 5'5" freshman. Macy Mommer is a 5'6" senior. Madeline Vasky is a 5'6" senior. And Vanessa Hamlet, a 5'8" senior. So they don't have a whole lot of height, but they're pretty much the same across the front line. So when you look at the Tripoli Panthers, they'll be in orange, and they will start on the left side of your screen as you take a look out there. They will start a 5'9" senior, Jetty Schmudlock, a 5'5" senior, Sadie Bubbs, number 4, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Ellie Steer, a 5'6" junior, number 13, Brianna Lobeck. Also starting as a 6'1" junior, number 15, Zoe Semmelroth. And the final starter is a 5'11" freshman, number 16, Jenna Beltheis. So it looks like the height advantage may be just a shade true to Tripoli out of the Iowa Star Conference. When you look at the coaching totals, Tripoli comes in her 23-15 record. Courtney Anderson, their coach, has been there 2 years, and she's had them in the state tournament twice. When you look at Starmont, their coach is Robert Gedkin. He's been there 12 years with the win record total for Gedkin. Had it right here a moment ago. 288 and 116. So he's the veteran coach against maybe the rookie coach. That could have some impact here as well. Before we get started with this quarterfinal game, let's take a timeout and we'll return. Joe and Lance from the Girls State Volleyball Tournament at the U.S. Cellular Center, brought to you by the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All right, and we're back here, and you just heard the starting lineups for the Panthers and the Stars. Those starting lineups for today's match were brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University is in the center of the action. You'll have to see it to believe it.
The serve to start this game. We're waiting on the officials to do the double check to make sure the rotation is set up properly here. This one, I think, will be another close one. When you look at the competition, the wins and losses, and some of the stats that they have as well. It will be the first serve coming from left to right. And that will be from the Tripoli Panthers, the orange and black.
Samara Harms, the libero, get it started for the Panthers.
That's kind of a switch, so the first serve is underway, and off the back line, not able to get the shot in there. That time was number 7, Macy Mommer. So Tripoli, the Panthers start off with the first point of the match. Second serve in the air, moving it from right to left to the opposite court. The shot. Now the pass. Looking for the kill. Nice dig by the libero. And it looked like it was going to be a point. But they were able to capture it. Now the shot over the net. Getting the shot down was Ellie Steary.
That was a nice, quick and precise play there in that first opening sequence there, those first couple of points.
Always nice to get those first points in the game. Get the nerves out of the road. Nice dig. Tripoli with the lead. Starmont. And they're trying to answer. Can't get it down.
And you mentioned the dig. That was Harms again, and she's averaging about 4 digs per set, so she's going to be real active.
So keep an eye on her. The serve continues from Samara Harms. Now to the back row. A little bit of effort. It come up a little bit short. Brianna Lobeck. First point for the Stars of Starmont. 3-1 as Starmont will put the serve in play. A little hard to see the numbers up front because their number 2 is doing the serving. Reagan Jansen.
That is true, though, with that black trim on the numbers.
Right. They just all need to turn their backs to face us as the volley continues. Tripoli gets it with a long shot. It goes out, and the point goes to Starmont. 3-2 here in the early going. And again, the serve. Reagan Jansen takes it to the back line. The set to the left side of the floor. Nice dig that time by Tripoli. And the shot is going to go out. Right idea, but it just didn't hug the baseline. We have a substitution coming in. And the substitutions are being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Serving Iowans since 1884. Be worry-free with IMT. The serve. Starmont and Tripoli is touched last that time.
I think the net threw off the Panthers there, altering the trajectory of that ball,
which makes it more difficult to try to return. So we're back to serve here for the Stars. They trail, and here's a point. Nice shot up at the front line that time. Getting the shot down was Zoe Semmelroth. 5-3 here in the early going. We like them when they're close like this. Our substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. 5-3. The serve was to Tripoli. Now the shot goes down, and it's a point going to the right side. Good.
Nice block from Semmelroth there. Oh, never mind. They called a lift on that, or?
Looked like it. So the Stars of Starmont pulled back to within a point here in the early going. Game number 1. On the back row to the front, the set, the kill shot attempt, countered. Back it comes to the Panthers. Now the ball in the air, looking for the kill and the good shot. Got it in the right spot where it was not defended.
There's Semmelroth, the 6'1 junior, using her height. She's at least 5 inches taller than anybody on the Starmont Stars lineup.
There's her third kill. Now she made a nice play. Now she gets the serve.
That's Bingo. How it rolls sometimes, yep.
I'm sure she's not laughing on that. We have a substitution. Back in comes the libero as the libero serves for the Stars from Starmont. Starmont on your right. Point goes to Tripoli.
Referee called a lift there, and a difficult one there as the ball kind of got pinned between both players' hands, and just the Stars, that's more of an unlucky call right there. Not much you can do.
Serve coming now from Sadie Bobst for Tripoli. Starmont able to get it back on the court, and in a spot, tough to make a play on that one. The point goes to the Stars. 7-6 the score right now. So service, again, Serving here for the Stars from Starmont, Macy Mommer. And the return shot, a little bit long, out of bounds, and we've got a tie game at 7. The Panthers from Tripoli, the Stars from Starmont. Stars with the serve. Played up near the front line. Big attempt, nice save. Now it's the Panthers at the net. Got the shot over. Nice kill that time as Tripoli regains the lead at 8-7. Substitution into the lineup for Tripoli comes Jenna Beltheis. She was one of the starters, so she has returned. Libero, Katie Berry, returning it for Starmont. Starmont in the air, trying to set up a play. Countered by Tripoli, but it's long and out. And we are tied once again, this time at 8.
That's the third ball we've seen the Panthers send long and out of bounds so far, and that's just really giving up points.
A little bit of nerves, too, on that one, learning to relax and get into the flow of the game. The serve was by the Stars. They're in the dark uniforms. They answer, get it, but long. Good attempt that time by Starmont, Madeline Vasky, but it went just a shade long. Substitution into the Starmont lineup is Mallory Vasky, the Vasky sisters. The substitutions being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT, IMTINS.com today. Wow, little velocity on that return.
Yep, some heat on that one, and the libero couldn't get her hands on it and sailed right out of bounds.
That ties the score at 9. Lance Reno and Joe Danielson intently watching the passes. Back and forth, block at the net. Stars do recover. And nice dig. Pass to the front line. Panthers setting it, looking for the kill shot. That might have been out if we hadn't had a play on it. And again, Tripoli, this time they get it down.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Lance. That ball was definitely sailing out of bounds, and the Stars kept it in bounds, and it came back to bite them there.
Sometimes it can change the whole outcome of a game and even a match.
Yep, and we've seen here in this back-to-back one, points are going to be coming at a premium.
Tripoli with the serve. To the back row. Now the set on the far side. Little drop-off. Played well by Tripoli. Starmont going to have to get it across this time around. Tripoli there to counter. And the shot. They're going to call that in. Panthers get the point. Go up by 2 at 11-9.
That's 5 kills for Semmelroth.
Semmelroth looking for the serve here is Addie Franzen for the Panthers of Tripoli. And the kill shot, nicely played, 11-10. Back to the Stars. Serving is Madeline Vasky. And a return shot that time, Zoe Semmelroth. Little emphasis, exclamation point on that one. 11-11 is the score. A little low shot, played well by the Stars. But here's the slug shot once again.
That time Semmelroth got it. The other time, I believe that, do they call a tip or a double hit on that last one that looked good? She's going to come. Nope, she'll stay in the front line.
She comes out. Olivia Miller will do the serving off the bench. The Stars trying to set it for the kill on the right side, and they get the point. Hard hit and off the hands of the libero, and that ties this match at 12. Third tie we've had here in the early going.
That's Haley Goodkin with her 4th kill for the Stars.
was Haley Gedkin who was doing the serve. As the Panthers try to get it back across, keep it alive for the rally. The tip to the left. Whoa, automatic. Get it to Semmelroth, and she's going to make it score.
And that's going to be the formula for the Panthers here going forward. It's her seventh kill so far. She came in, the 6'1" junior, with 412 kills on the year.
And they set her up in the center of the court, not off to either side. Here's the serve by Semmelroth. She tries to save it. Too much backspin on it, and it drops for the point for the Stars. Tied up at 13. Now, who just came out? It was Semmelroth who comes out. The serve by Starmont. Ball spinning. Wow, a lot of rotation on that baby. And that point for the Stars gives them their first lead of the match. It's been tied a couple of times. And they'll continue serve. Katie Berry takes it towards the back line. Now the return by Starmont, setting up for the kill from the left side. Starmont gets it back from Tripoli, looking for the shot. Two players tried to go after it, but too much side spin. Yep. And it's a three-point run now for the Stars.
And neither one committed to that ball, and then they didn't communicate enough on that. Right. Both were making a one-arm dive in opposite directions.
Would have been a tough play for either of them as it stood. And now the next return goes out. So the Stars taking advantage of what they're doing, and a mistake out there by the Panthers of Tripoli.
Right, and if we look, the Stars have 9 kills total, so they've gained.
That's hanging them in there tough.
Yeah, they've gained those points off of the Panthers' mistakes.
There was a nicely placed shot, unable to be played by the Stars. Point goes to Tripoli. They're now within 2. First kill there for the Panthers of Tripoli for Brianna Lobeck. The serve, Sadie Bobst. Now we're going to have a net call violation.
So, yeah, net violation on
Starmont.
Jansen. She was there just a little too much over the net and got in the official booker.
So the serve continues here with Sadie Bobst. From the center line, a block attempt. 2 players up there to make that block, Joe. That was a nice block. But the point goes to the Stars.
Right, and that sailed out of bounds, so.
Got to keep it inbound. Maybe they need to make the out-of-bounds lines a little wider. You reckon? Now the attempt to go into the net that time comes up a little bit short for Ellie Steery.
The Stars benefiting here from a little bit of some Panthers mistakes. Yeah, they're not beating themselves, but they're allowing the Panthers to, hand them points.
18-15. Stars passing the ball, looking for the kill. It's dug out of there nicely by Olivia Miller. And here's the shot, but it's long and it's out. And all of a sudden, we have Starmont getting the lead as we have timeout on the floor. Starmont with the lead over Tripoli, 19-15. Back in just a moment.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
If you're looking to be developed into a leader, something for you to consider. Leaders start at Central College in Pella. Scholar athletes succeed on both the court and in the classroom. In fact, in the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Become more than a spectator. Visit www.central.edu. Back to the action here, 19-15, Starmont with the lead. The ball is now in Tripoli's court for the Panthers. The Stars trying to set up. Here's a long shot to the left corner. Played well by Tripoli. But the answer coming from Starmont, they drop it off, and there's going to be too much spin, and it goes out of bounds.
It's another mistake there from the Panthers. That ball looked like it might have been headed out of bounds, and they just got to let those go.
20-15, 5-point advantage here, and all the last 4 points have come from the Stars. Tripoli setting it up. Stars got a double, two hands on it, I think, or a carry.
Yep, the lift.
20-16, service time coming to Tripoli. Brianna Lobick wears number 13. She's not superstitious. It's a lucky number.
That's my lucky number.
Now the shot attempt from the Stars went low. Tripoli trying to keep it. They get it across the net. Look for the kill attempt from here, but nice block in the back line. Tripoli attacking, and they'll get the point. A little bit wide, but Starmont reached out for it. That cuts the margin now to 3 points. Panthers with 17. They trail, but they have serve. To the back row. Now the pass, looking for the block, and a good shot. Number 15 out there was Madeline Vasky. Well placed on her return. Tri-Rivers and the Iowa Star Conference battling here in this quarterfinal. In Class 1A, the long running shot about 8 inches too long.
Up again, going for that real estate in the back there. Just a little too much on it.
So here's the Stars serving with a 22-17 lead. Can they add to it? Can Tripoli stop them? Pass goes to the left side, and there is a shot up and out by Beltois. All of a sudden now, the Stars are on the cusp of getting the win in game one after the timeout right here, taken by Tripoli. 23-17 Starmont over Tripoli. We're back at the U.S. Cellular Center for the girls' state volleyball tournament after this.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You can hear the chant behind us, Joe, from the Starmont fans. Let's go Stars. They were quiet early on, but since the Stars have put on a run, they're getting into this thing.
Yep, looking to gather these last 2 points here and put this first set away.
24th point might be the toughest one for any team to get. There's a tendency to press yourself a little bit. Here comes the serve. Into the net. Point goes to the Stars. It's now 23-18. Substitution coming in, our IMT substitutions in the lineup for Starmont. Didn't quite catch the number. Looks like number 6 or 8. We'll catch it here in a minute. The serve coming. Stars looking to get the point that they want. Now there's the shot pass. Reagan Jansen, she tried to block it, but the point goes to Tripoli. Mallory Vasky is number 5. I don't like those numbers. Dark numbers on dark shirts. Now the serve is not returned. The libero, Katie Berry, had trouble handling it. And don't blink. But Tripoli's coming back, and we got a timeout on the floor taken by Starmont. 23-20. It's a 3-point match. We're back with the final after this.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Joe Danielson alongside Lance Reno from the U.S. Cellular Center here in Cedar Rapids, getting ready to put the wraps on this first day of action in the quarterfinals. And you're watching us on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by Mid-American Energy. There's the serve, and it is the point to the Stars. Joe, they could get the first match right here.
Yep, and the errors have really been hurting the Panthers in this first set.
The serve into the net. The Panthers keep alive.
Well, it's like each team is going back and forth, giving each other points here.
Giving the other an opportunity. Of course, this is the rally scoring, and the first one to 25 has to win by at least 2. Wherever you are in the US of A or across the world, we thank you for joining us. The serve, Starmont will set it to the right side. Now it's up to Tripoli to get back across the net. They do. But it's out. The point goes to the Stars, and it's Starmont. Close game, but it's 25-21 Starmont. And the Stars and the Panthers change courts. That gives us a little bit of a break here. So one game down. Game number 2 coming up in just a few. You're watching the girls' state soft basketball, volleyball. I'll try all the sports here. It's been a long day. You're watching the 2018 Girls State Volleyball Championships from the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids, brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea.
An afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Whether it's Meatball Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday Wing Night, or Love Me Tenderloin Thursday, Friday Fish Dinner, Saturday Stir Fry, or savory Sunday strips. The only place to get your meat is from Fairway. Farm fresh, premium quality, butcher cut, Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Ready for set number 2.
Joe Danielson alongside me, Lance Reno, as we are broadcasting the second game of this 1A quarterfinal on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Joe, you pointed out something in the break. Why don't you pass that along to our viewers?
Well, yeah, the Panthers were hanging in there, and they got Zoe Summerroth going, but unfortunately they're just shooting themselves in the foot, giving up points off mistakes to the Stars. The Stars had a few of those balls fly along, but really the Panthers kind of beat themselves there in that first set.
So the first point of this set, game number 2, goes to Starmont, and they're on a bit of a roll. The serve goes to the back line. Tripoli will try to play it at the middle, and the block attempt comes up a bit short. Vanessa Hamlet tried to keep it in play. Tripoli with the point. 1-1 as the serve comes now by Tripoli. Addie Franzen. Stars work it, but go long and out. So the point goes to Tripoli. There's one of those type of mistakes you were talking about in game one. Let's see which team cuts down on those mistakes.
Yep, that's got to be what both coaches discussed there in the short intermission. Yeah, but there we go again.
That ties this one at 2-2.
Serving for Starmont, Madeline Vasky.
Madeline Vasky on the substitution. Our substitutions being brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Now the ball goes long.
Semmelroth showing up again, put some heat on that one. Too much to handle for the...
We're calling her name quite a few times
Yep,
here.
the Stars. Yep, the 6'1 junior. She is the key to the success for the Tripoli Panthers.
How many kills does she have right now?
She's sitting at 9 right now, looking to go to double digits.
Wow.
Digits here.
The Stars try to get it back across the net. Tripoli, the Panthers, bring it to the left side of the floor, and a nice shot. That time by Brianna Lobick.
Point Tripoli.
Tripoli now with a 2-point lead. To the back line. Stars set it to the net. Libero with a nice save as the ball comes back, and a nice drop off that time for Haley Gedkin. Substitution is brought to you by IMT. Visit IMTINS.com today, serving Iowans since 1884. We're not seeing quite as many substitutions in this matchup that we did earlier. 4-3 Panthers of Tripoli. They get it across the net. Now the Stars try to drop it off. Stars are on the left side. The Panthers of Tripoli on the right. Attempt that time to try to get it across the net by Lobeck. Comes up a little bit short.
Yep, good thought there. Just couldn't get over the ball. Not enough on it. Miss hit.
So we're tied for the third time at 4. Tripoli setting it in the middle. Starmont there with the dig. Now they'll attack from the left side. Blocked at the net. Tripoli. Now they'll get a chance to set up something at the net. And there's the shot. Nice dig out of the back line for the Stars. And here's the point. Up and good for Tripoli. Brianna Lobeck.
Lobeck with her third kill so far here in this second set of the match.
Though they're a little bit shorter in that front line, they're a little more active so far. They've been able to time their jumps and time their hits. 5-4. Tripoli with a lead. Nope. A long serve makes it a 5-5 score. Fourth time we've been tied. And substitution into the Stars lineup. Coming in, I think, is Macy Mommer, number 7.
Katie Berry, the 5'6 senior libero. Ace serve for Berry.
She can serve like that. Maybe she moves out of the libero position.
There you go. Well, she does have 27 on the year coming into this state tournament, so pretty solid.
She'll serve it once again. This time it clears the net. Tripoli setting it up toward the right side of their court. Starmont setting it up on the left side. Block at the net, but over the net. But the point goes to the Tripoli Panthers. That ties it at 6. Don't we have nice, comfy seats?
Oh yeah, I'm of course trying to stay comfortable up here. You know, we're what are we 7 hours into the day here?
Yep. And these kids, this is an important one for them. And now the point is awarded to Tripoli. I'm not sure what the Stars did on that play.
I believe the referee called it was a touch twice there.
Okay. Because I was looking at where the ball was going to go instead of where the ball was. My bad. Oh, a nice serve that time for Tripoli. Sadie Bobst. And Tripoli now with a run of 3 points has a 2-point lead. Bobst will once again serve from the right side. Just clears the net, and it's off the libero of the Stars. Starmont won the first game 25-21. Tripoli is going to try to change that around here in this second game.
Yep, as Sadie Botts, the senior, 5'5", is going for her third ace kill in a row, the hat trick.
5'5". She's a hustler. Now the shot to the back row. Tripoli trying to keep it alive, but just out of the reach that time of Lobeck. Point goes to Starmont. 9-7. Neither team really able Joe, to get a 5-6 point lead.
Yep, this is how it the first set started also. Whichever team here can minimize the mistakes and get a run together, we'll take this second set.
Stars of Starmont do get it back into the Tripoli court. They fake the shot at the net. Nice dig attempt. Nice save. Now Tripoli will set it up once again. They go right side this time. The block at the net by the Stars. And there's the shot over the net. Scoring it is Lobeck once again, I believe, number 13.
And that was a nice dig he called from Olivia Miller for the Panthers early on. She tried to recover that second one just a bit out of reach.
She did. 3-point lead, and it is Tripoli with the serve. From the back line, Starmont sets it up on the front line. Pass over into the Tripoli court. And a block at the net. Nice block that time for Starmont. Getting that block was Isabel Johans. 10-8. And Starmont with the serve. To the back row, Tripoli feeds it to the front. Looking for the kill, and they get it. Nice kill that time by Jenna Belhoituis. 11-8. Another substitution into the lineup for Starmont. Number 2, Reagan Jansen. Serve from Tripoli. Starmont gathers. And they get the shot to drop in low right in front of the Tripoli defender. 11-9 is the score now. Tripoli, that's the 6th kill for Starmont out of that one player. Yeah.
Haley Gedkin.
Both teams working to set it here. The block at the net. Who's going to get the point? It goes to Starmont.
Vanessa Hamlet, the 5'8 senior. She wins the battle above the net there.
11-10, Starmont serve. From the right to the left, almost didn't get the play on it. But Starmont misplays it here on the carry, or the lift, I guess you would call it. Tripoli back to a 2-point advantage. Game 2, Starmont winning the first game 25-21. Janesville was the winner in the game preceding this one on this court. So the winner of this one goes up against Janesville as his shot goes in for the points. Vanessa Hamlet scoring it for Starmont. 1-point lead. Starmont could tie it here with an ace or a misplay. 12-11. Serve just clears the net. Tripoli looking for the kill shot. They get it. Nice shot that time by Semmelroth. 13-11.
That kill will put Semmelroth into double digits with 10.
Very active player on that front line for Tripoli. Their serve. Kind of a short serve. Stars set it to the left side and a block. Guess who was in there again?
Oh, they're giving it to Sadie Bobs. She was there.
They are.
She's the 5'5 senior there. Gets the block. I think she got a little help from Semmelroth, the 6'1 junior.
I thought it was Semmelroth. Good eyes here, my man. As Tripoli's serve is returned. Now Tripoli trying to get it back into Starmont court. And the kill up by Lobeck, I believe. We'll wait and see what they show on the scoreboard. They haven't got it up there yet. 15-11. 4-point lead for Tripoli. They are continuing serve. On the right side, little drop off. Little bit of spin and a tough play on the return by Lobeck. So she scores a point, and then the ball goes off her fingertips on the return. 15-12, Starmont. Serving from the back line. Haley Gedkin. Tripoli trying to set it back. Starmont looking from the left side for the shot. Didn't go down. Tripoli counters. But now the pass was a little shy. and not able to make the play was Tripoli, so the points go to Starmont.
A little miscommunication on that play.
This is similar to the first match between these two.
Yeah, the Panthers jumped out to a little bit of a lead, but they ended up giving it back, as we see again here with, not necessarily mistakes, just misplays.
And the point misplayed there at the net. It's a 15-14 lead for the Panthers over the Stars from Starmont. Starmont with the serve from left to right. Here's the set in the middle. Now Starmont will go back to the left side, looking for the drop-off. The pass goes into the net, but kept alive by Tripoli. Starmont feeding it right side. Tough handle there, but a nice dig by Tripoli. Passing to the left side once again, Starmont. Over there was Haley Gedkin. And now the shot on the return just drifts out of bounds. Point goes over to Tripoli. A little sigh of relief you can see from the Tripoli coach as it was a 1 point, now it's a 2 point lead once again.
Brianna Lobeck for Tripoli gets the kill.
Serve into the net, unplayable. They're going to say down, and the point goes to Tripoli.
Semmelroth gets the ace there with that nice roll off the net. You think she meant to do that one?
Nah.
Is that like calling bank in basketball, calling glass in basketball, I believe? Calling net?
I didn't hear her call it, did you? I don't think the viewers did either. Tripoli with the serve. Nice play to keep it in play. Now Starmont looking to set it on the left side for the shot that goes long. Right idea. The ball just sailed on her. And all of a sudden now, Tripoli with a run of three, and we got a timeout right here. 18-14, Tripoli leads Starmont in game 2 of the 1A quarterfinals from the 2018 Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Back after this.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
U.S. Cellular Center Cedar Rapids completing the opening round matches of the 2018 Girls State Volleyball Tournament in Iowa. And if you're watching us through the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. We needed the timeout to try to quell the momentum here.
That's right. Yep. Again, that 20-point benchmark has been a key. And for the Stars, they want to close this gap here before the Panthers get up to 20.
Stars already have game 1 under their belts. They won that one. Tripoli trying to stay alive here. Nice second effort that time by Tripoli. Pass to the right side, and it's going to be a point for Starmont.
Vanessa Hamlet, number 37, the senior.
So the timeout pays off for Starmont. They get the point.
Point and possession.
Tripoli trying to work it back. Now Starmont with a long shot. Good idea. The execution wasn't there for Starmont. So we have a substitution here for Tripoli. 19-15. Who's going to get to 21st in this game? Last game it was Starmont. Now the point goes to Tripoli, and they're continuing to get a little more confidence each timeout. They'll have the serve. Serving it for Tripoli is Sadie Boabst. Stars at the net, blocked by Tripoli. Now back for the kill attempt. It goes wide and long. And Tripoli with the momentum here in the second half of game number 2, trying to even the score on this one.
Yep, jumped out to a 6-point lead here.
The serve, the pass forward, setting it from the left side. Starmont sees Tripoli set it on the right side corner, but the return, and nobody on the Starmont side made the hit at the net.
Nobody home there for the Stars as the
communication lacking, and we have a timeout. Starmont They trail here by a 22-15 score in game number 2. From the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids, back with more Girls State Volleyball after this.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
22 for Tripoli, 15 for Starmont, game number 2. Game 1 went 25-21 in favor of Starmont. So we're about, it looks like Tripoli, they keep the momentum here, could even this match at 1 game each.
That is the goal.
And Tripoli has to serve. That may have been more of a momentum-killing timeout than anything else. Tripoli gets it into the Starmont court. Now it's saved. And just over the net, that was a tricky play. Nice save by Tripoli. And Starmont got an extra hand on it. Couldn't quite get it where they wanted. Madeline Vasky tried to pass it, and the pass didn't go where she wanted. So now we're looking at the 24th point possible here for Tripoli. It's into the net, keeping alive. Stars from Starmont, 23-16. Can they serve out here? Tripoli's had their opportunity.
That's right. Yeah, it's kind of been a tale of two sets here as it's
good.
Flipped.
Macy Mommer with the serve for Starmont. Here's one at side court. Teammates collide, but they get it across the net. Good hustling effort for the Stars. Tripoli with the kill attempt, saved by the Stars. Now back to the middle of the net. Setting it up on the left side, and a hard shot. Nice return that time by Madeline Vasky, and it was unreturnable by Tripoli. 23-17 is your score.
Yep, and Haley Goodkin came up with that nice dig, and then another nice volley to keep the Stars alive here.
Starmont serving it is Mommer. Across the line for Tripoli. Now Mommer plays it, passes it to the left for Tripoli, looking for the kill shot. It wouldn't go down. Back to the left-hand side, little drop off. Nice return by Tripoli, and it goes out of bounds. And we see a little momentum shift here.
Starmont closing the gap, yep. 5 points.
5-point difference. 23 for Tripoli, 18 for Starmont. The serve goes long. Well, that score just changed. 24-18, Tripoli, 1 point away. This could be the game serve right here. As another substitution is in the lineup for Tripoli, and that is Jenna Beltheis coming to the front line. The return, the set off the left side, the little drop, unplayable by Tripoli. Nice placement by Madeline Vasky. 24-19, Vasky with her 5th kill. Service, Starmont. Tripoli looking for the match point. It goes, it's in, that's it. So we are even in this series now, as it is Tripoli winning it by a score of 25-19. We're tied at 1 game each, and they'll take their time. Change sides. We'll take some time here and stand. The engineer, unfortunately, has to sit. But we'll be back with game 3 of this one after we take this timeout.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action.
And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
At Fairway, we're all about fresh. Fresh ingredients, refreshingly low prices, and now, fresh new offerings store-wide. Come try our new convenient grab-and-go meal kits. Discover an even bigger selection of the brands you love. And see how we've updated our stores to make every shopping trip easier, faster, and fresher. Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson as our coverage of the 2018 Girls State Volleyball Tournament comes to you from the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. Our coverage, if you're watching us, whether it be in Iowa or anywhere across the U.S. of A. or the entire world, you're watching on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Stats from Game 1 show how did Tripoli get back into this?
Well, they basically, both of these teams kind of flipped the scripts with their errors. The team attack by set percentage kind of shows that, as both teams were under 10% there in that first half, and they flipped back up to about 25 here.
Starmont goes ahead with the serve here, and they get the point to start it off. Now that's the second straight game that they have won the first point. Starmont with serve. Tripoli will try to answer, attack the middle, and a nice shot. Got past the defender for Starmont. That was Mallory Vasky. So we tie this one at 1. And your point that you made earlier in the day, first team to 20 is, for the most part, held.
Yep, well, with how these teams are kind of giving each other points, once you get to 20, you can count on a couple points coming your way.
As the serve from Tripoli, Starmont gets it back across the line at the center net. A spin, and now last chance to get it across, and they do. But it's going to be a point awarded to Tripoli.
And a nice effort by Isabel Johans for Starmont there right at the net, making a couple nice blocks and recoveries.
That's true. Very good. Where did our first one sheet go, I wonder? Anyway, it is Tripoli with the serve. Now a long attempt, that time by Starmont. Macy Mommer. And the point goes to Starmont here. So again, we get a tie. 2-2. This set number 3. Each team has won a game. Tripoli with the set. Blocked at the net. Tripoli will retry. Dropping it off and a return by Starmont. Starmont takes it back row. Now up for the kill. Tripoli counters. Here's the shot. And it goes out of bounds. The Stars get the point. And they have a 3-2 lead. I don't know that either team is any better than the other. I would say they're both pretty much on par.
Yeah, pretty even match here so far through 2 sets.
Who's going to make the break? That's going to determine who's going to advance to the semifinals tomorrow. As the ball moved around for Starmont in the back. And we get the point to Starmont. Tripoli made a mistake on that one. 4-2 Starmont. Starmont won game 1, 25-21. Tripoli won the just completed second game, 25-19. Long serve. Tripoli with the return. Starmont trying to set it back into the Tripoli court. At the front line. Oh, but a nice shot, but long that time for Tripoli. Zoe Semelroth. Now, we didn't call her name much in that second match.
Yeah, she quieted down there in that second match. I believe she went in with 9 kills, only ended up with 11. Panthers going to need to look to get her going again here.
At the net, nice play in the block by Starmont, I believe, but the point goes to Tripoli. 5-3, Starmont with the lead in game 3. And a substitution brought to you by INS Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT. 5-3 as nice block at the net by Tripoli. Semmelroth coming alive.
Yep, using that 6-foot frame, 6'1" frame to impact this game around the top of the net.
But the reach of her arms is another 2.5 to 3 feet beyond that. Here's another block at the net off the head of the libero. Starmont, though, able to move it back into the Tripoli court. 5-4 the score. As from the back row, Starmont sets it up front. And the point goes to Tripoli.
The official called a double hit there. 2 hits.
Starmont was tied it. We're tied at 5. Serve on the way. They drop off. And the point awarded here to Tripoli. 6-5 the score. Starmont with the return, setting it up at the front row for a kill attempt. And it is a nice play that time. The gal who was quiet and not out there in the second set, we say that facetiously, Semmelroth again having a hand in that point for Tripoli, up now 7-5. Starmont looking to set it, and a nice shot that time from the left side of the court. Starmont with the point.
Macy Mommer with that nice kill, finding the back line. She'll serve.
Always happens. Make a nice play, and you get to serve. Tripoli. Back to Tripoli from Starmont. Now Tripoli sets it to the right side, looking for the kill off the left side. Tough play, tough ball to handle, but Tripoli gets it back, but out. Starmont gets the point. Guess what? We're tied again. 7-7. Mommer for serve. Starmont in the dark green uniforms, Tripoli in the orange. Kill goes to Tripoli, and they get the lead. Have the serve. Semmelroth will do the honors from the left corner. Low serve, it in by about a foot. Nice placement.
And Tripoli on a little run here.
Yep. You're going to see that back and forth. This is a key game as to who's going to go on. Who takes this one has the advantage mentally and, of course, in the game score. Semmelroth with the serve. Starmont trying to drop it off. Semmelroth sets it up for a teammate. Getting it across that time was Lobeck. We haven't called her name much. There's a play attempt, but under the net. So the point goes to Starmont. 9-8. Again, not much separation between these two.
Yep, one team scores 2, the other team comes back, scores 2, gets the points back.
Who gets the run here? We'll look to find that out. Starmont sets it deep in Tripoli's court, but Tripoli goes deep into the Starmont court. At the net, play attempt is going to come up short. Point goes to Tripoli. First 1 to 10 in this game. First 1 to 10 last game was Tripoli, and Tripoli won that one. Substitution coming into the Tripoli lineup is Ellie Steary, 5'7" junior. This substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans. IMT, be worry-free. Nice return by Starmont, countering the point made by Tripoli. Back and forth. Here we go. Side to side. 10-9. Tripoli in the lead. Starmont serving it. Macy Mommer. Tripoli looking for the point at the net. Nice set by Schmudlak.
Point Tripoli.
And Tripoli will get service honors there.
Jenna Belfius in the Tripoli lineup.
They've got a good game going here for the girls' union. The rally scoring makes it competitive for all the teams. As we get the block at the net, which way is going to come down? It's out. Point goes over to Starmont. Here again, 1 point separation.
Stars answering with that one. Now that ball really could have gone either way. You know, that one's tough to do with the rotation as it heads out of bounds off the block.
Tripoli's Panthers in the orange will have to return it as Starmont served it. Tripoli with a 1 point advantage. Starmont will make that Tripoli with the serve. Starmont will try to return it. Play along the left sideline. And Schemmel, make that Schemmelroth. I was right first time. 13th point for Tripoli. I sense a timeout coming here shortly if the Stars don't get something cooking here in the next couple serves. Serve from the back line for Tripoli. Samara Harms with the serve. She's playing the libero right now. And the ball touched twice by Tripoli in the attempted return. That's the 11th point for Starmont. And they'll make a substitution. Our substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Visit imtins.com today. 13-11, Starmont with the serve. Tripoli looking to make Starmont make a mistake. As the ball just clears the net, here comes Schimmelroth once again. Oh, she's feeling it. You see the reaction down there?
Yep, and they really got to keep feeding her, keep setting her up at the net there. They've got this 3-point lead. Right now it's key. Keep her involved, keep her scoring.
She's at least 5 inches taller than anybody else on the front line for Starmont, because we can, being on the side, can see that easily.
Right
There's
here.
the serve in. Oh, wow.
Yep,
that's a big point. Mark that down, as could be a key time, and we got timeout on the floor.
There you go. Yeah, that sequence there forces the timeout.
15-11, Tripoli with the lead in Game 3 from the Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Back after this.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's the 2018 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's State Volleyball Tournament from the state of Iowa, being presented and powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Along with Joe Danielson, I'm Lance Reno. We just came out of the timeout in Game 3, tied at 1 game apiece, but Tripoli now trying to get back into the lead action here. They won the last game 25-19. Similar in the way it developed, Joe, to what we're seeing right now.
Yep, back and forth. Franzen again, yeah.
By Tripoli. Starmont having trouble getting it back into the Tripoli side of the net. And it is a block in the backcourt. Here's a block at the net by Schimmelroth. Tripoli's got to get it across. They do. Starmont counters. At the net, a block by Tripoli. Starmont comes right back on the attack. There's a little drop. Played well by Starmont defensively. And Tripoli keeping it alive. What a series of passes back and forth. The Starmont Stars still alive here with the passing. At the net, countered by Starmont. And now we're going to call under the net. Point goes to the Stars of Starmont.
That's a unfortunate way to end a nice volley there. We saw Haley Goodkin really bail him out too with a nice couple nice digs on that back line.
Berry with the serve for Starmont. She keeps it alive.
And there's Goodkin again. Another nice dig to keep it alive. And get the Stars back within 3.
Neither team able to take command here. Tripoli had the shot there with a 5-point advantage. That might be our biggest margin. Starmont. We'd be saying the same thing if Starmont were in the lead. Here's the return, foiled. The ball goes out of bounds, and the point goes over to Tripoli.
Semmelroth, really 16 kills, 2 aces here. She's going to be the key for the Panthers to pull away.
She's put her teammates on her shoulders as we have the serve coming now, and the backcourt by Tripoli. Serving it, that time was Olivia Miller. Starmont forcing Tripoli. Shot is going to be out. Just off the line. And a serve. Off the back line. Brianna Lobick. 2018, a 2-point differential. The drop off nearly fell in. Tripoli able to keep it alive until they hit it into the net. And again. 18-15 point total. Libero serving it for Starmont. Tripoli counters. And the point. Getting the hand on it, Beltheis. And Tripoli will have the serve. Beltheis comes out.
They do them one at a time, not like the 50-point bucket you used to be able to shoot.
That's right. Gatton in the serves in the net. I used to love that game, man.
You can tell it's getting late.
Yeah, technology has come a long ways, Trent. So you're not still playing the Tecmo football, are you?
Well, it's a fun game.
Crusaders looking down the line, but they can't quite hit it. So Montezuma still staying alive here, 23-17. More IMT Insurance substitutions coming in. IMT Insurance serving Iowans since 1884. Can be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINStoday.com today. The block by Montezuma, but it sails long out past the back line. 24-17. It's set and match point here for Holy Trinity. Here's the serve. Wettering pushes it over. Can they end it here? Yes. Emily Box ends it with an exclamation point for the Crusaders of Holy Trinity Catholic. They win the third set 25-17. But I tell you what, even though this goes as a 3-0 sweep, Holy Trinity isn't going to forget Montezuma anytime soon. They really gave them a run.
Yeah, their first ever appearance at the state tournament. Congratulations to the Brave Vets, and they certainly showed a great thing back to their community. The way they competed against this power Holy Trinity tonight, nothing to hang their head about.
No, they end their season at 30-7. State tournament qualifier, first time in school history. They were the South Iowa Cedar League champions. Not too much to feel bad about there for the Bravettes of Montezuma. A lot of seniors on this team, though. Ton of seniors for Montezuma, so it's going to be a little bit of regrouping next year for them. Holy Trinity, meanwhile, they go back to the semifinals with a record now of 36-3, and they're going to face that Galen Catholic team, so it should be a good one in that 1A semifinal tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll come up tomorrow to complete things, 6 o'clock here on court number 2. Galen Catholic, the number 2 seed. Holy Trinity Catholic, the number 3 seed. Now the other side, Janesville awaiting the winner of Starmont and Tripoli. That'll complete your Class 1A semifinals.
Final scores in this one, 25-22, 26-24, and 25-17, all in favor of the number 3 seed, Holy Trinity Catholic Crusaders over Montezuma. So, big day coming up tomorrow. Not going to be a 12-hour day of volleyball tomorrow, but it's very important volleyball because it's semifinals across the board tomorrow. And we start out at 10 a.m. with Class 5A semifinals, both on at the same time. Then we go to Class 4A semifinals at noon. 2 o'clock will be the 3A semifinals. 4 o'clock is the 2A semis, and then we'll finish up tomorrow night with 6 o'clock and the 1A semis. So, hope you can join us for that. So, Trent, enjoy your night. We'll see you back for some more action tomorrow.
Sounds great.
All right. You've been watching State Volleyball on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, on the Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. For Trent Condon, I'm Jamie Brockman. Thanks for watching, everyone.
However, that's not good for Tripoli. Neither team, as we've talked about a lot, probably ad infinitum. Somebody's been watching totally here. But again, the mistakes definitely stopping any runs for either team. As Tripoli gets it across, Starmont sets it, and nicely from the left side, Madeline Vasky set that one up. And we are back to a 1-point differential. Tripoli in the lead, Starmont with the serve. Macy Mommer with a right-handed serve. Tripoli looking to set it off the left side. Nice attempt that time by Lobeck. Tripoli got it back from Starmont, drops it off, and that ball spun away up there at the net. That's a tough play for Isabel Johans. Point goes Tripoli. They must be done on the other court.
Yep, looks like it went 4 sets. Must have been a 3-1.
Now Starmont, now Tripoli. Passing it back and forth. Oh, the drop off. And a double hit that time by Tripoli at the net. And again, 1-point differential. Starmont trailing by a point. And the serve. Isabel Johans with the serve for Starmont. Now the drop off, played nicely off the baseline by Macy Mommer, but the attempt to get it across by Madeline Vasky comes up a bit short into the net. Back to a 2-point differential. Tripoli with the lead and the serve. Action starts tomorrow morning at 10 with the 5A semifinals, and then through the day. 1A will be the last semifinals. Nice attempt, but the ball had too much spin on it, and Katie Berry had a little trouble trying to get it back, lifted up and across the net. Differential now 3 points. Momentum shifting here? Possible.
Lobeck with the serve.
Tripoli. And they dig the kill attempt. Kill attempt of their own. Nicely dug in the back line by Vasky. The drop off goes in, and Starmont gets the point.
Madeline Vasky, the senior, 5'6", using all of that 5'6" to finesse the ball over the net there, sneak it into that left side.
The serve for Starmont by Reagan Jansen. This is where you want your seniors, your veterans, to step up and put the team on their shoulders, either individually or more than two players. Nice volley here, but the ball is touched.
And speaking of seniors, the freshman comes up big there, though, for the Panthers. Jenna Belthus, 5'11" freshman, second tallest player on the team for the Panthers.
She was in the right spot with the right intention. Tripoli, the first team to reach 10 here.
And that's her 6th kill of the match.
Place beginning to empty, except for the Tripoli and Starmont fans behind us. Looking for the shot across the net. Doesn't go down by Tripoli's belt ice. You see the score. It's a 2-point differential. At the bottom of your screen. Starmont on the left. They try Pola on the right. Gets the point nicely and kill with emphasis.
Semmelrath, yeah, that was a nice one for her 20th kill. Oh,
Starmont couldn't shift quickly enough to cover that spot on the floor.
Right, I guess they're giving that to
serve. And it is touched and out of bounds by Starmont. And we've got a timeout coming right here. Starmont takes the timeout here in game number 4 as Tripoli has a 4-point lead at 12-8.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We thank you for joining us tonight as you watch the 2018 Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And we'll continue our coverage for them through the day tomorrow. First of the semifinals, they'll be on 2 courts, starts at 10, and then they go 12 noon, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. The serve by Tripoli and the block on the return at the net. Oh, nicely done by Zoe Semmelrath.
There she is again. The 5-point lead for the Panthers here.
And we'll see who gets the run here after the timeout. But this 5-point differential, important. Semmelrath feeds it. Tripoli gets it into the Stars court from the left side. A kill attempt is blocked at the net. And now back comes Tripoli. Back it goes left side. On the kill attempt that time for Starmont was Mommer. Now the return goes in for the point.
Yep, a little bit of tip there. Tipped off the side from Belthius.
6 points at 14-8. Tripoli with the lead and the serve. Starmont setting it up on the right side. Oh, almost nicely placed. Good hustling play, though, by Tripoli. And the action's almost in slow motion right now. Starmont got the reverse, and they're going to come away with a point. Nicely placed, had a little reverse spin on it. Unplayable for Tripoli. We have a substitution back into the Starmont lineup is Isabel Johans. Our substitutions being brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Another big play at the net by Tripoli.
That's going to be hard to dig out of there when it's coming that fast from somewhere.
And you were saying during the break that what Tripoli needed to do was utilize number 15 a little more.
Yep, with the 2-1 lead here in this 4th game, this crucial closeout game, they're going to have to go through Semmelrath.
Tripoli with the serve. The Stars trying to answer, but this one goes out of bounds. And the point goes to Tripoli. In danger here of opening up a little wider margin. From the back line, Starmont moves it to the front line. Nicely played by the libero for Tripoli, Samara Harms. Now this one goes long, and Tripoli gets another point. Sensing a little bit of momentum here, Joe. Since the timeout, it has been a 6-1 scoring spurt by Tripoli, and they still are with serve. Starmont trying to come back. Tripoli setting it at the net. Nice dig that time by Starmont. Haley Gidkin. From the far corner, Tripoli. Now Starmont. Backline play, setting up the shot. Oh, that one was played by Starmont. Tripoli looking for it. It's over the net. Tough to play it off of there, but nicely done by Starmont's Macy Mommer. From the left side is Sadie Bobst, and the shot goes down. Are you sensing what I'm sensing?
I think she's trying to take over here and put this game away. Semmelroth with her 21st kill in this fourth set here.
Putting her team on her back, and they have a 9-point advantage at 18-9, but there's a nicely placed ball for Starmont. So they answer, and the play made by Macy Mommer. 18-10. Serving now for Starmont, Katie Berry, the libero. We'll see if she can get a string going here. Tough play from the side court, and a long shot, a little strong that time, by Zoe Semmelroth. Seven-point differential. Serve is to Starmont in the dark green on the left side. Tripoli's in the orange and black, and Tripoli.
Yep.
There's the player that
again,
you called it.
Going the opposite court side, and early on here it's pretty easy to say if the Panthers take one out, that's going to be the MVP.
That's
She's led them all year long, too, with her play.
We need to find somebody with the dig of the match. The serve goes wide, out of bounds. Our dig of the match is being brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Dig of the match, and that would be?
I think that one will be for Haley Gudkin over there in the second set. She had a nice sequence of 3 straight digs, keeping her team, the Stars, alive.
Good choice.
And she's right back there, at the libero.
Starmont trying to keep it alive here, but the ball is ruled in the net, and Starmont gets the point. They're starting to creep into the margin, which right now is down to 6. And they serve. Mommer. Tripoli cannot make a play. On the ace that time for Mommer. Had the right type of spin. Serve. Tripoli answering. At the net, the return shot by Lobeck. Now Starmont from the left side. They're not done by any means. Nice return shot by Madeline Vasky. And look out.
Vasky, 10th kill of the match.
She got 10.
Yep, that's in double digits for her.
But here's the serve that goes out just when they had it cooking. Something happens. They couldn't quite get it there. And all of a sudden, Tripoli, with a 5-point advantage, has hit the 20-point mark. They hit 10 first, they hit 20 first. With the serve, Starmont trying to keep it in play nicely by Madeline Vasky. And here is the shot by Brianna Lobeck into the Starmont court. Now it's set at the net, and it's the return trying to go over the net by Ellie Steary. Comes up a little bit short. Back to a 4-point differential. These kids look a little bit tired. They've given it all so far here in this one. Tripoli, Starmont. Starmont sets it into the Tripoli court. Nice dig out of the back line. They're going to pass it back to Starmont, setting it up for the kill attempt, and down. You can see that one developing. Haley Gedkin was able to get the position, and her teammates got her the ball just right so that she could kill the ball. That is hard to do on the move.
Stars coming back here, and for Gedkin, that's her 9th kill. She serves.
Served by Starmont. Tripoli trying to put this one, at least get a couple more point lead, as now the kill by Gedkin once again for Starmont. Look out. We got a timeout on the floor taken by Tripoli, as Starmont definitely has the momentum. 20-18 is your score. Tripoli in the lead. Lance Reno and Joe Danielson from the Girls State Volleyball Tournament back after this.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, our coverage of the 2018 Girls State Volleyball Tournament being powered by Mid-American Energy as you're watching the State Volleyball Tournament in Iowa on the Iowa Girls High School Athletics Union's digital network. Thank you, Mid-American Energy. It is Starmont currently with momentum and the serve. Tripoli took the timeout just to kind of calm things down. Let's see if they come back and get the point here. Starmont sets it left side, a block at the net. It was in, getting the block that time for Tripoli.
Reagan Jansen.
She anticipated that well. It was in the right spot.
She was there to meet it and sent it right back over, and looks like Tripoli will send a little bit of the height back in the game here.
Brianna Lobick will do the serve. 4-point differential. Tripoli in the lead in this one, almost into the net, dividing the courts. Friday, that won't be there. It will be tomorrow. Here's the attempt at a kill. Starmont counters. Tripoli setting it on the outside. Nice shot that time by Ellie Steer. 22-18. 4-point differential. Worried look on the Starmont coach's face. Serving that time for Tripoli, Brianna Lobick. Starmont counters it back, and here's one long. Point goes to Starmont. 3-point differential. Serving is Reagan Jansen, but she goes long. Unforced. That might be a key play right here.
That's big, down 22-19, trying to close that gap. Only 2 more points for Tripoli, and they move on.
And that would be something because Starmont won the first game 25-21. Second game was close, 25-19. Third game was even closer, 25-21. Now it's 23-20 as we get the kill for Starmont, and now they'll serve. Doing the honors will be Madeline Vasky. She wears number 15 for the green-clad Starmont Stars. In the orange is Tripoli. There's the player you said would make a difference, Joe, in this one.
Yep, and there she is again. Kind of interesting that she was on the bench there when they got to 20. You'd think they'd put her and
Shimmelroth.
Yeah, Shimmelroth and Belthius in there with 6'1", 5'11" to defend that front line, and they've been doing all the scoring for him so far.
Could be the match and the game serve here by Tripoli. They're going to keep it alive. Starmont trying to keep it alive. Nicely placed shot. It's almost like she knew the whole where everybody was on the chess pieces on the board. As Haley Gedkin keeps Starmont alive in this game 4. They trail 2-1. And serving, Starmont. Reagan Jensen into the court. Ball countered by Starmont. Tripoli setting it to the front row. A little drop off. Didn't catch Starmont unawares. Here's a kill attempt. Nice dig out of the back row that time by Lobke. In the shot. And is it going to be? There's a block. Your gal, number 15, gets the game-winning and the match-winning block, 25-21.
And that puts her at 24 kills and 2 aces for the match. Gotta say she's their MVP.
We'll be back and summarize what we just saw as you're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament from the U.S. Cellular Center, brought to you by Mid-American Energy Company and various others. Lance Reno and Joe Danielson will be back to summarize and recap and look to tomorrow after this.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Back at the U.S. Cellular Center along with Joe Danielson. Joe, when we look back at this matchup between Tripoli and Starmont, 3 of this game scores were 25-21. That doesn't really indicate just how close these games were.
Nope, and 2 of those games went to the Panthers. Really, the Stars came out and they took that first game. They really seized the momentum. However, that second game, 25-21, Panthers come back, and they reel off 3 straight games in a row. Really sort of in control, most of the time in control with a 2 to 3 point lead. The Stars would chip away, but eventually once they got into the 20s, that 2 for 1 just won't get it done.
No. It was a 19-11 Tripoli lead, and over the final closing, Tripoli had a 6-point total and 10 for Starmont. So when they got behind 19-11, that kind of made the comeback a little more difficult. If they could have kept it 4 to 5 points, the outcome might have been different. So it is Tripoli who advances. Starmont closes out their year. Very nice record for them, however. They close at 29-7. Tripoli advances at 24-15, and Tripoli goes into the semifinal, and they get to battle Janesville, Dar Danielson's favorite city. Janesville and Tripoli should be a good match. For Joe Danielson, for Dar Danielson, and our producers and engineers who made our evening possible, and for you for joining us for the 2018 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Volleyball Tournament semifinals. First one starts at around 10 tomorrow morning. Hope you can join us because we'll be here. That's going to do it for tonight from the U.S. Cellular Center. Tripoli takes out Starmont. They advance to the semifinals.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.